Welcome to the full top 8 of the Meta weekly top tier tournament. If you support this video, we keep on doing videos like this. It's a lot of work for my editor and Gia to upload these 1-hour videos, if it's even going to be that much for this week. And it's been receiving great support so far, so keep on doing it. I love doing it. I love uploading it, and hopefully you love it too. With that said, we have heroes from top 16 in the top 8. If you missed their 2-0 victory in the top 16, watch it. Watch that video, watch that top 16. They had the most optimal best turn 1 play. Hopefully we see a repeat of it. And with that said, Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Your eyes do not deceive you. That is a royal decree in the main deck in this no side deck tournament. So this tells you that it's a card worth main decking possibly for your own deck, instead of just discounting it as a side deck card in an irrelevant format of tournaments. This tells you it is relevant enough to main deck. We're going to Eve, emergency call, searching for our Stratos. Stratos could get negated by the Imperm as we're attempting to search our deck for a hero. Now, Droplet can be used on Stratos to negate a monster on the field, also to dodge the Impermanence and reduce the Monk of Tenyi. We do not want to do that. We want to hold onto the Droplet. Varus equipping into the back row the increase, and we're going to be using the Call by the Grave to negate the increase on the field by banishing the 1 in the grave. That is devastating. No Vian, no send a hero from the deck to the grave, no search for a Polymerization. It still summons because it was not a monster effect of its effect being summoned in from the back row. And we did open up our Fusion Destiny, which is going to be helping out with that counter of the Call by the Grave. Malicious going to get banishing, come forth and summon from the deck. We're going to link this off into Cross Crusader. I mean, it looks like he's avoiding this column completely, but it only negates spell and traps, not monsters. It's okay to put your monster over here. Do not be afraid of this column. We're going to tribute a Destiny hero searching for a Plasma. Plasma could tribute 3 monsters to then set up a skill drain on the field. Come forth Malicious. Deny your summoning, still avoiding the column. We have Plasma. Plasma could suck up the Monk. 2,400 attack. We have 6,700 damage on the field. Not quite lethal. Now DPE within the battle phase will be popping the Monk and the Royal Decree. Now, we didn't have enough Destiny heroes to use the Dark Angel, which requires 3 Destiny heroes in the graveyard. We have... Oh, no. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, with Denier Malicious, put the DPE in the grave by popping itself, plus the back row. That's 3 Destiny heroes. Then you Dark Angel summon it onto the opponent's side of the field. Then their spells are negated. The DPE comes back during the next standby phase, but the Plasma is going to negate Dark Angel anyway, so I guess that kind of conflicts. Okay, so it just wasn't worth it to do. We got a Shuna special summoning. Yeah, the Dark Angel will be negated anyway. So the Plasma skill drain, I'm sure it's going to put in good work. And we got Vashuda with the Monk on the field, banishing to return the Plasma back to the hand, as we then banish a Shuna to come forth and summon Vashuda, linking this off into a Shaman of Tenyi, which will be able to not discard to summon a Worm from the grave. We're going to banish to summon a Protoss. Protoss activating to declare Dark. This will destroy the entire monsters of Dark, which is just the DPE, but instead it's being negated, so Dark monsters will be able to be summoned because it's negated. All right, and now it's destroyable. So its effect was being indestructible by card effect, destroy Dark monsters, and disallow the summon of Dark monsters for 2 turns. Very good Droplet. DPE popping the destroyable Proto since it is now negated, and that was a great game 1 for heroes defeating Swordsoul. Okay, so correction on the Droplet. Droplet can only target, not target, but affect monsters. And so if the effect monster is already negated, you could still use Droplet on it to reduce its attack. And that's important because if a monster's already negated, you can't use Impermanence onto it to negate the column. But if a monster's already negated, you could still use Droplet for its reduction effect and also having you dodge something nasty. But because Monk is not even an effect monster, you can't use Droplet on it whatsoever. All right, makes sense? So understand the difference between Impermanence and Droplet. Let's go. We are going second with heroes, but we have a hero lives, which with no face-up monsters, we can pay half our life, summon a Stratos from the deck. That's gonna be great. We have Grandmaster for a monster negate. We have Call by the Grave for Max C. That's gonna be good. Long Yon, discard and Vishuda for our level 10 Synchro. Chang Ying is indestructible, and if a card is banished, we could then activate to banish a card on the field and in the graveyard non-targeting. So that is the banish on the field, indestructible. We have Monster Negate with the Grandmaster. We have pop 2 cards on the field, which could also trigger the Chang Ying for the additional banish. Double Called by the Grave, which could also trigger the effect of the Chang Ying. And let's go. A hero lives into the Max C. Chain the Called by the Grave. Negate the Max C. We will be summoning our Stratos, and I think Hero Lives is activatable more than once. So if you happen to have no monsters after your first Hero Lives, you could just activate another one, which is actually coming into play here. Banishing the Stratos, opening up the field for Hero Lives again. Adding Malicious. Oh my, double Hero Lives, that is nasty. Stratos, guess what? Not once per turn. Is going to activate again, forcing the Grandmaster to negate. We're going to dodge the negate by sending the Stratos to the graveyard, but oh, there's no Stratos in the grave to use your Call by the Grave on, and this is already going to be searching on the resolution of the Mass Chain, so the Call by the Grave cannot negate this. Oh boy. Come forth, Hero Blast. Now, Hero Blast has the effect to pay 500 life to spin a back row card back to the hand. We're going to do that right now. We're also going to reduce the attack of the Grandmaster as we spin back the Call by the Grave. Spin it and reduce it. The only disruption we really have here is the Blackout, which will pop 2 cards on the field. And the best way to use Blackout, in my opinion, is wait for the increase, which you're going to see be equipped onto right here. We're going to Call by the Grave early onto the Malicious, sure. Let's speed this up. Activate. Ooh, no. Do not do this. I don't think this is good use. I'm going to tell you where I think you should use it. Wait for Increase to activate. Increase will activate tributing a hero, attempting to summon itself, and a Vian, and then the Vian does so much for the deck. If you chain Blackout onto the Increase activation, I think heroes would just scoop. But we ain't scooping. We ain't scooping. We far from scooping. Stratos 3 times in one freaking turn, mate. What the heck? This is when you would Blackout pop. We are going to increase, summon a Vian, and the Vian would not have been summoned. We're going to send a Mist from the deck to the graveyard, searching for the Honest Neos, which could boost up a hero by plus 2,500. Banish a monster from the grave, grab our Polymerization. We can make a Trinity if we wanted to. Plasma is here, completely negating the field. Could also suck up a monster, gaining half of its attack. To battle we go. 2k damage, not enough for lethal with the Honest Neos. And we got Call by the Grave. So you're dealing with a Skill Drain. Ecclesia does not get negated by Skill Drain, but it does get negated by Call by the Grave. Oh no. Negate and banish. 2-0 victory for Heroes. Heroes going to the top 4. Yes. Phantom Knight. Tier. Yeah, we already defeated a Tearlaments deck with our Phantom Knights. I guess we do it again. And it's been all thanks to the power of the Ark Rebellion. What the heck did we accomplish here? We have Crime, which will negate anything. Imperm, negate a monster on the fields. And the Ashes needed to use the Crime, so like we can't really even Ash. Heartbeat, onto the Crime. Well, I guess now we have Ash. Ash on the Rhino could be good. Negating Solic. I feel like he would search a Sharon, and you'd probably want to negate the Sharon. Imperm for Rhino or Kit Cal. Okay, you know what? Happened to work. This worked out, which is quite risky because, you know, what if he has a follow-up Sharon? Yeah, well, it was good. It was good. It worked out. We have Fogblade, which will negate a monster on the field. Agido is chillin'. Agido no good whatsoever. What the heck kind of duel is this? Foolish Burial, sending the Hovness. Hovness activating Keldo, stopping that fusion. We have a Keldo Shuffler. I don't think so. Fogblade onto the boots and then link them off in the dark. So the boots is going to be in the grave with the Fogblade as it reborns it back onto the field for our Sprint. Sprint will send a Merly, which will trigger a Fusion Shokan into our Kick Cow. Kick Cow on summon will search for a Rhino. We already used up our normal summons, so the Kick Cow will send itself to summon the Rhino to then mill any Tearlament from the deck to the graveyard plus mill 5. We are going to be Fusion Shokaning off of that mill and send. We got Rhino, 5,900 damage, not quite lethal. The Root Callow has the effect to negate an effect that special summons. So we are in big trouble. We're done. Seamare can be negated by the Ash. The Havness can be negated by the Rukal. Rukal doesn't have to send to the graveyard if it does not destroy the card, which it can't destroy a card in the graveyard, so we don't have to send. It's just a free negate. Keldo being met with Max C. Is Phantom Knight winning here, or is it Max C? If he wins, will this be an auto win thanks to the Max C? We are going to be sending the Havness plus the Rukal, grabbing the Mudora. We are going to be fusing under Max C because, you know, we got to. Kick Cow, search for crime, set, pass. Well, Ash will negate, and we still have Sulliek mate. Sulliek set plus a Shuffler on the field. Not bad. Actually, not bad. We're also going to draw one with the Albion. And we have Max C of our own, plus Dweller. Okay, this works out. Except the Droplet will negate the Dweller. That is a problem. And we don't have an out to the Max C. So this will be interesting. Field spell, chain the Dwell, chain the Droplet, negate the Dwell, sending Merly by cost, not card effect, so it will not activate Diffuse. Did not want to send Kel back to trigger Mill 5 because, you know, we're both playing tier. We don't want to trigger that for both players. Grabbing Rhino with the field spell. Rhino on summon is going to be negated by the Sulliek. And to negate it, we could send Kit Cow to then Mill 5. So no send for you. We're going to Mill 5. We're going to hopefully be triggering a fusion. Nothing. What the heck did we mill? A Guido? We don't want to Mill 5 for both players, and that was that. So we're going to follow up with Sharon, special summon onto the field by discarding a monster. And eat the Max C. We draw on per summon. So let's draw there. Scream is resolving, grabbing a Sulliek, so we're not going to be doing any fusion summon plays here. Ragged Gloves, sending the Boots. Boots banish, grabbing a Fogblade. We are big enough to wipe out the Dwell. Are we making a Zeus? If you battle with your opponent's Exceed, you could then make an Exceed in main phase 2 and then Zeus. Probably not, because we want to use our Sulliek, which requires a Tearlament on the field. Did make a Time Thief Redoer, though. That's interesting. We could have Time Thief Redo, trigger a fusion with the Sharon if we wanted to, but the Sulliek will trigger a fusion anyway. The Mudora is going to spin cards from the player's graveyard back into the deck, recycling our Dweller. Albion is sending the Brain in High Spirits. We return back to the deck, now going back to the graveyard to draw one. Completely dead. We can't use Sulliek. We can't use the Crime. We have to have a Tearlament on the field. What the heck is going on? We just can't do anything. All right. Heartbeat is activatable, though. All right. We are going to top deck a Sea Mare desperately needed just to be negated by a Fogblade. Chain the Heartbeat, which means we're not going to be negated by the Fogblade. Chaining another Fogblade, which means we're going to be negated by the Fogblade. Attach, spin, attach, negate. Interesting. And unfortunately, it's not a Tearlament. What the heck effect is this? It's got a secret effect. During the end phase, tribute to target an Aqua and add it to your hand. Keck waits. Okay. If it was a Rhino, we could have chained Sulliek to send Sulliek, and then send the Rhino, that is, and then it would not have been negated by the Fogblade. Alrighty. Just beat down. Tearlament beat down. No extra deck. Wow. Wow. The best beatdown deck. Announcing Fenrir, banned on release, but it's released, but it's banned. You can craft it if you want, though. Ash, negate. The Sulliek from searching for a tier. I do not think so. We still have a Bestial to stop The Rhino sending Merly to activate Diffuse, negate, and banish. Got him. All right, all right. I think it's reasonable to expect the Cash Field spell would definitely be pre-hit to 1. Right? That makes sense. Tribute summoning over the Druid Swarm to trigger the Black Whirlwind to get searching for the Vata. Vata is going to be negated from synchroing using the deck to synchro. You've heard of fusioning with the deck, but now we're synchroing with the deck. I don't know if there's any other card like Vata that synchros with the deck. We need to exceed summon from the deck, right? Now we need a card. Martha kind of does that, kind of. Draco Berserker gaining a permanent boost. What now? Heartbeat off the top of the deck. Spin back the Called by the Grave. We are going to be banishing the Rhino Heart. Now, the Heartbeat says something interesting, I think. It states that target one card in the field, shuffle it in the deck, then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Well, guess what? If I wanted to send Sharon, I now can't send Sharon. I can't send a card because I didn't shuffle your card back in the deck. So that's the interesting thing here, which now the Sharon activates in the hand, the Draco Berserker banishes it, and we lose. Holy moly. Oh no. Banish the Sharon. The Sharon also states something interesting. You should be thinking right now, Sharon's going to mill 3 and you're going to fuse, right? Well, let's read the Sharon. It states, special summon this card. If you do, send a card from your hand to the graveyard, then send the top 3 from your deck to the grave. So we're not going to do any of that. We're not going to send. We're not going to mill 3. It's just going to get banished like nothing happened, and can't wait. Druid Swarm is going to be banishing the Vata, and we're going to at least send the Draco Berserker to the graveyard with the Druid Swarm, sure. Okay. Alrighty, ready. Now, wow, we have no play whatsoever. This is not looking good. We have Planet Field Spell off the top of the deck, but the Ash to negate the top deck mate. What are you doing? How dare you draw a limited to 1 card? That is crazy. Oh boy. Oh no, we're bricking again. What the brick? What's going on? Off the top of the deck, we got Imperm if he draws a Simoon, he wins. That's not Simoon. We got Magna Hunt, but do we start battling? Wait, we're actually searching for a monster smaller than 400? What's smaller than 400? I could check the site real quick, but, maybe let's check that. What would be a good way to search that? Maximum attack, 300, right? Because it's got to be smaller. Blackwings. You're going to search for Chinook? Holy moly. All right, we got Black Feather plus the Vata. That is game, Vata. So he negated searching for Chinook, then didn't have a negate for Vata, which was the real card to negate. Damn. Let's go, let's go. We are screaming with Sharon into a Maxi. No way to stop the Maxi. It's okay if Blackwing Maxis, right? We're okay with Blackwing winning with Maxi. Uh-oh, Kelbeck, mill 5, mill 5, mill 3, additional. What do we not want to mill for Blackwings? I will let you know if anything good was milled. No, nothing that would help out Blackwings was milled. We do have just Imperm in our own Maxi. No way to stop the Maxi. We're going to Small World Ag Magna Hut, and we're now going to Simoon, banish a Blackwing to come forth and summon. This will trigger our Black Whirlwind, which will trigger the Scream to mill 3, possibly going into a fusion summon here. Did not, well, yes, Sharon activate and then mill 5 on top of the Sharon. So think of Chain Links as a stack. Put the bottom stack Sharon fusion and then put the mill 5 on top, so you will mill 5, have more options with the Sharon. Maxi, Maxi, Maxi. Come forth in Fusion Shokan, returning 3 to make Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart on summon, spin a card in the field back into the deck. Scream searching for a trap. We still have the activatable Scream. Get ready. Now, what could we do? We still have our normal summon, and we are normal summoning. triggering to search for a Chinook. And we're going to Black Feather, then activate the Vata to synchro using the deck, sending a Zephyros from the deck to the graveyard. Why did we not imperm this? It's a pretty important impermanence, I would say, because it's getting a Zephyros in the graveyard and the Blackwing, like, whoa. I think this is a really good choke point for where you imperm. What are we saving imperm for? Because damn. Wait, Zephyros is already in the graveyard, so maybe that's why you didn't do it. Zephyros already in the graveyard. I didn't see it get in the graveyard. It will be triggering the Black Feather Whirlwind to resummon the Vata. Maybe it's still good to imperm it, because yeah, you trigger the Black Feather Whirlwind, and now we got problems. I guess the Zephyros would then synchro with the Vata. So maybe it's a bit different because Zephyros is already in the grave. Recycling the use of the Black Feather Whirlwind, Sujri tributing off the Zephyros to summon a tuner token, which is now we're going to negate. Yeah, if we imperm the Vata, did he still have a way to get the Sujri on the field anyway? I guess he still would have. With Zephyros, level 6 Synchro, then reborn the Sujri. We are going to summon Blackwinged Assault Dragon. Every monster effect activation will result in you losing 700 life. As the Black Feather activates for the second time since it was reset with the Zephyros, we're going to make a Borea Storm. Storm is going to be able to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, changing its level to that sent monster. We're going to banish a monster from the graveyard to summon our Bestial to make a level 10 Synchro, but the Mudora is going to banish the monster you're targeting. Thus, you don't get to summon, and you do not get to make your level 10 Synchro. Ending our turn. Now, it looks like we have nothing, because we kind of have nothing, but we do got something. We got the Chinook in the hand, which states if we have a Dark Synchro, we could quick effect minus 700 off a monster on the field and negate its effects. We also, I think we have Sharnga in the graveyard. Yes, we do. The Sharnga, quick effect, and it's once per duel. That's how good the effect is. Quick effect, banish from the graveyard, target a face-up card, even a back row or monster, destroy it. Well, let's go. It is dependent on controlling the Borea Storm. So we could negate the Rhino Heart. We could negate Rhino and destroy the Scream with the Sharnga. Yes. But we did not. I mean, I think we're like screwed anyway because Sharon would follow up. Yeah, maybe it's best to just try to get burning. Chinook negates. The Kaleido is something I think we're going to do. We got to trigger all these cards first. Then you could respond with Chinook, negating the effect to spin back our Assault Wing. And we're going to burn for 700 for every card effect that's activated in the grave. 700. 700. Another 700 for Kikau. Get Fusion Shokon in. Rukau, burn for 700. We have enough. We're not going to be burning to death. Now, there's a secret effect. What's the secret effect besides the Sharnga ready to pop a card in the field? That's the Winged Assault, which could tribute itself with 4 more counters, which it has right now, to destroy all cards on the field. It can nuke the field. Are we nuking? We're just going to protect it from battle with the other secret effect by banishing, I should say, removing a counter so it does not get destroyed. Chaining Magna Hut to banish the Fairy Tale Snow. Instead of banishing 7 again with the Fairy Tale Snow, we're going to use the Crossout Designate to banish our own Magnum Hut from our deck. Negate. Come forth and summon. It'd flip it face down. Then it's going to activate to wipe the field. This is it. This is it. What? It's only activatable during the main phase or something? Why didn't we do it? During your opponent's turn, tribute to destroy everything. You know, it would resummon Kaleido. It would resummon Rukau. But it would still be funny. All right. It's fine. We are Zeused. Yeah, he was pretty much screwed anyway. Let's go. What happened to Sharnga? Why are we not Sharngaing? We just didn't have a good opportunity to Sharnga. I think Sharnga Chinook play earlier maybe would have been good. We're going in with the 3200. We're going to be using our effect of the Sulliek, negating it from burning us. Rukau resummoning, an Aqua monster was sent to the graveyard, so the Kaleido will activate to spin it back into the extra after we negated it. Imperm negate the suit. I mean, it's too freaking much. We didn't even have to use our Zeus yet. We didn't even use Scream to mill 3. We got 9 cards left in our deck. What is going on? We could have also chained Havnus. That is the scoop. 1-in-1. So much negate and effect to special summon. We were going to trigger another fusion. We could Zeus wipe up the fields. We could then Fairy Tail Snow flip something face down. So the important thing to note here is you wait with the Black Feather Whirlwind to summon Borea Storm. So you don't trigger it on the summon of the Borea. Get Borea in the graveyard, resummon the Borea, because with Borea on the field, you could make a third Blackwing Assault Dragon, triple Blackwing Assault, 2100 damage on every activation of a monster effect. Now, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend will be able to negate a card on the field on top of you burning for 2100. And we have the Twin Shadow, which could pop 2 face-up monsters the opponent controls, or we could summon a Full Armor Master, which will be unaffected by other card effects. We're not done. We have Chinook, which can negate a monster on the field. And with that said, Hajime can't respond to Super Poly, and that's going to be a Fusion Cho'Con with the Hot Red Dragon and the Blackwing Assault into a Starving Venom Fusion. Now, we still have 2 of these on the field. That's still 1400 on every monster effect activation. And we're going to activate the Starving Venom, burning for 1400 to become 6000 attack, activating the Super Polymerization, fusing with the other Assault Dragon into a Dragostapelia. Bro, did we burn for 14 for no reason at all? Yes, we did. This is optional. I believe so. Yep, it was optional. We got Dragostapelia now down to 1. We're going to use the Twin Shadow probably... Wait, are we summoning the Full Armor Master, or are we going to pop the Dragostapelia? We're going for a level 10. This is full armor. This is unaffected by everything. You just have to be bigger than it. But the Chinook's going to reduce your monster if you are bigger than it by 700 and negate its effect. Shamel's going to recycle a Chinook in the graveyard back to the hand. And it is hard once per turn, so we're not going to be able to double negate. Negate! The Rhino Heart mate! Very good. Very well done. Nothing we can do about that. Sending the Borea Storm from the extra deck to the grave. We are going to Full Armor Master, put a wedge counter onto it so that we could take control of it during the next turn. And we're turning the Assault into a level 1. I think we just burned for 700 for no reason. It's not negated. It doesn't matter that it's level 1. It literally does not care. We're going to use Dark to steal the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. That's a good steal. Wipe the field. Why didn't you? Oh, geez, you couldn't negate. Oh, no. This is really messed up. The Dragostapelia gave it a 3rd counter. And then the Dark gave it a 4th counter. And only with 4 counters can it tribute, which means it's not targetable by the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. It's off the field to wipe the entire field, while the full armor is unaffected by other card effects. So the Dragostapelia gave it a very much needed counter to allow it to wipe the entire field. Otherwise, the Hot Red would have been able to just negate it, and it can't tribute to negate. And then the full armor would have been destroyed by battle by the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and then we're screwed. The dude would have a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend just negating our cards. Holy moly. We overactivated. We gave it 2 extra counters that it should not have had, and 4 counters turns it into a nuke. We are Submooning 3K to the face. Lethal damage. Very nice. Very nice. You know, this is the benefit of playing a deck that's relatively unknown. You're not going to know how to play around it optimally. There's going to be some questionable plays, and I think a lot of people would be making the same mistakes of just not knowing that the bird turns into a freaking bomb. Emergence with the search. Endymion's a Chad deck, which means they don't play any hand traps. Hand traps are for fools. You let the opponent fully cook, and then you dismantle their entire field no matter what they end on. Grandmaster, Monster Negate. We got the Long Yon Mate, level 10 Synchro into the Sinister Sovereign. That's going to be really good against Pendulum Scales. So Spell, Trap, Pendulum Scale, banish it off the field, but once per turn. On special summon, you could banish a monster that's special summoned once per turn. We have negate a monster on the field, and then we got Max and Ash. We have nothing for the Max, but maybe we could just do lethal. Upstart the Goblin, plus 1,000 for the opponent as we draw one. Allure the Darkness, banishing the Mythical Jackal. The Servant is one of the best starters for the deck, so now that we have that, we are cooking. We need to activate 3 spells with it on the field so we could summon itself onto the field, plus a monster from the deck. Pot of D getting negated. We got Call by the Grave for the negate. Negate. And a problem is, let me read this effect. This states that if your opponent activates a spell or trap card or the effective one, you could banish that card. So the Servant is going to get banished by the Sinister Sovereign. That's a huge deal. That really sucks. We can't afford to let that happen. What the heck? I mean, there's a straight up counter. That's a huge counter. Oh, well, Dark Roll no more. Counter no more. Negate. Can't deal any damage this turn. Servant of Endymion. We have the Jackal King, which is a monster negate. We got another Servant Mate. Remember, we're under max C. And we can't lethal this turn. So we just have to build the best field possible without giving them too many draws. Pendulum is multiple summons, but only 1 draw for max C. This is a spell and trap card negate. Another monster negate. This is a 1 summon plus wipe the entire field. That's what I'm talking about. So we have double spell and trap card negate and double monster negate. Maybe we should just end. Yes, that is lots of negates. We could negate that. And we are. Oh no. They can't play through this. I can't believe, like, they have such a good turn 2 hand. Having a Clasia plus a Swordsoul and double impermanence, and it's gonna get fully negated. All of it's negated. Again, impermanence. Negate. And then we have double Jackal monster negate. Negate Ecclesia, negate Taya, negate Mo Yi. There's no freaking way. Negate whatever this is. Now, it could be chain link blocked by the Mo Yi, and it will, but what are we chain link blocking? A search for a Long Yun? You could then negate the Long Yun. It's like, what are you doing? I feel like we're checkmated. Bro, you negate, draw 1 Mo Yi? Maybe it's, yeah, maybe, wait, what? I don't know about that. Now I could attack over the other Jackal, then main phase 2 Long Yun. I don't know about that one. That was sus. Summit? What? Reborn the Sinister Sovereign, and then we could just battle right over them? Okay, so then I guess it was a good negate because we weren't going for the Long Yun play anyway. Well, Swordsoul played this out really well. Yeah, and I guess we had a double imperm to make sure the summit goes through. Because I was thinking we could have done this without, we could have saved both our imperms and kind of done this, but the summit was needed. Summit, Reborn, the Sinister Sovereign. Very interesting. Here's the problem though. The Mighty Master could summon and the Grandmaster can't negate it, but here's another problem. The Sinister Sovereign could banish it so it doesn't summon and doesn't wipe the entire field. This is just such a good card against Pendulum. Holy moly. Manish. Okay, so we activate Servant, we negate it by returning it back to the hand, and we don't get, we're gonna get a counter on these, right? We get a counter on that, yeah. Oh no, this is crazy. Negate, return back to the hand, then activate, and then wipe out the entire field and they can't stop it. Oh my Jesus, we're doing it. Let me cook is cooking. Negate your own card, return yourself back, activate, let's go. It's time. Couldn't we have a Pendulum first? If we Pendulum first, then he tries to banish what we Pendulum and we try to negate it. We then can't summon the Mighty Master because we'd be missing 1 counter. This is a full wipe. The Sinister Sovereign cannot activate, cannot banish the Endymion Mighty Master. Wipe the field. Very well done. And we have Spell and Trap card negate, but we don't have Monster negate. Whoa, Taya's gonna mess us up. Baxia spin the whole field back, and we actually lose. No way. How did we lose? How could this be? How did we lose? We had everything. Negate the blackout. Okay. Spinning itself back. And yeah, just Baxia. Wait, Baxia can't target the Endymion with a counter. Oh no, you returned the one with the counter that couldn't be targeted, but this one could be targeted. Now he can. Oh no, you were untargetable. That is unfortunate. Still, nonetheless, an epic game one. Thank you both. And yeah, there was a lot of good things to talk about in that duel. Sinister Sovereign clapping up pendulums, banishing the scale, or even the effect activation of the scale, not just the activation of the scale. Yeah, that is nuts. Okay, good job. Max C right in the draw phase, playing around a triple tactics talent. If you're an Endymion deck, you're definitely gonna be playing multiple TTTs. Banishing 10, did we lose anything too good? We lost double Jackal, and it's not a hard once per turn negate, so losing 2 of them off pot of D, not good. We're gonna Pendulum Shokan Floodgate. With our Floodgate, neither player could summon monsters from the extra deck. But Vashuda is very good against Floodgates if we could get to a Vashuda to spin it back. So what we accomplished here is spell and trap card negate, can't summon from the extra deck, and that's it. And we just top decked a triple tactics talent to respond to the Endymion negating a pot of D. Is it over? If you just do nothing, I think you're okay. Just don't negate. He didn't negate. He didn't negate. Did not negate. So we're okay, right? Battle. Can't use the extra deck. That's fine. It wasn't in the main phase. Ooh. Did he played around the triple T? Yeah, I think so. I think he had it in his mind to not negate pot of D because the TTT. If you just hard set yourself on, if it doesn't directly out my Floodgate, don't negate. All right. We got the chicken game, draw 1. Called by the Grave, banishing Max C just to get another spell counter on the Servant, which could summon a Jackal from the deck, which will be a monster negate. Ash negate, and we can't stop it, mate. Oh, jeez. We used Called by the Grave to get that extra counter. Oh my Jesus. I guess we could have Dark Ruler no more. We could have wasted it. And then we could have activated it. Then we could have called by the Ash, but then we, we'd be giving up a potential lethal field, but we would still wipe up the field and have a really good ending field. I don't know. Damn. Should we have Dark Rulered? That sucks that happened. Okay. No 10 Yi, so we're good. Red reboot. Keck wait. Chicken game. Drawing in a Protoss. Oh no. Protoss is summonable. Protoss needs the attributes to be where? The attributes have to be graveyard or face-up field, and they have to be 3 different attributes. So we have water, we have light, we have fire. We have all 3 attributes. And there it is. Damn, the chicken game drew the Protoss. Your chicken game gave them the out. Oh no. And you may be thinking, could you Mighty Master your chicken game? Not that you would want to, because then the TTT would activate. For some reason, you can't, neither player could chain to chicken game. It's part of the effect. We are going to draw 1 and activate 2 search. We got summon to reborn a worm from the graveyard, discard to come forth and summon itself plus a token. The Mighty Master cannot be targeted nor be destroyed by card effects, but by battle, it will get messed up. We're going to banish the grave, summon our token, triggering the changing to banish the Mighty Master plus a card in the graveyard. That is a huge field. We have 12,000 damage, 13,000 damage, spinning back the chicken game, which would stop you from lethaling. 2-0. Very interesting. All right. I think we're going to the top 4 now, yes? That was the full top 8. It's time for the top 4. It is time for heroes in the top 4. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is a crazy build of Tearlament Phantom Knights, and he's been beating every other tier deck. Like, this is the answer for, I guess, the Tearlament mirror match, because I think he's been pretty much 2-0ing everyone in today's event. What is this madness? A 41 card clean Tearlament Phantom Knight Bestial. Holy moly. But now we have heroes. Hajime. Oh my gosh. That was not hero-like. Well, we got Torn to discard a card to send a Phantom Knight from the deck to the graveyard. Veiler is going to negate. We still had gloves, so it could banish to send from the deck to the graveyard. We could send a cloak, then we could banish it to search for a boots. So we do got something. There's the cloak. Banish, grab the boots with the fur, which could special summon if we have a Phantom Knight, triggering the Greaves to summon onto the field from the hand. Cherub Benny. Benny's going to send a card from the deck to the graveyard that's going to be level 3. We have Torn Scale being triggered from the graveyard to summon from the grave, but be negated by the ghost spell after the boots searched for a Fog Blade. All right. We are sending a Havnis, by cost that is, so, you know, it obviously does not activate. We are going to drop the Lit, negate the Sprint, which would send a Merly to fuse with the Havnis. All right. Could you fit Adventure in here? Why, people have really just dropped Adventure. We're going to be banishing Malicious for the Druid Swarm, going in for 3,200 damage. Plasma requires 3 monsters to tribute, then summon, to then be negated by a Fog Blade. We got Emergency Call for the Stratos. Ash is going to negate. Yeah, heroes just really bricked turn 1. Even though tier Phantom Knight was not able to really end on anything great due to some disruption, it's still too much for a bricked hero player. Lethal damage. Let's take this to game 2. Heroes, let's try again. You're a hero player, you lost game 1. Do you choose to go first or second? Heroes generally have been wanting to go second, but when they got Wake Up Elemental Hero with the consistent turn 1 mass change play being able to be set up, probably you want to choose to go first, which we're going to have that chance again to brick. Let's go. Bro, what are you doing? You just not, can you draw better? Oh, you're a 60 card hero deck. I didn't know that. What the? Oh my Jesus. Okay, we got Impermanent Veiler. We're good. And a Bestial. Yeah, look, we're in the battle phase already. Gotcha. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. They both bricked. So we're going to have a back and forth for the top 4 here. We got double Bestial, double stoppage for the Mad Lad plays. Anaconda DPE. That's what I'm talking about. Maxi, draw 1 off of it. Who cares? We have non-target poppage. We're going to chain banish the monster from the graveyard. We're going to chain Bestial to that banish. We're going to chain banish that same card 3 times. We're targeting it with Bestials. Our Bestial gets summoned, not yours. All right. Whoa, wait. What did we target? We targeted different ones. What the target? We targeted Crosskeeper, then this targeted Increase, not even trying to stop the Crosskeeper banish, and then we got to target the other one. Bro, you messed up that thing, because there shouldn't be 2 Bestials here. Yeah, how? What the heck? DPE is here. Magna activating. The Agito is going to summon itself onto the field, plus a level 4 fairy from the graveyard, which there is none. To battle we go. Let's clean this up, get some damage in. We have non-target destruction, Imperm negate, Veiler negate. We got this, and we got rid of the Scream, so no more attack reduction plus mill 3. This is good. This is good. We're doing good. Okay. Magna Hut, banishing the Malicious. That works. Activate. Oh, Veiler on a Magna Hut. Is that worth it? That's sus. I don't know about that. Veil, search during the end phase. We really care about that search? And you triggered the Kelbeck by discarding the Veiler. Okay, we'll pop ourselves, and we'll come back during next turn. It's okay. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Dark's going to try to steal the DPE, so you have to imperm it. Oh, boy. Negate. Okay, we got this. We got this. We're good. We're good. I mean, there's like nothing, right? We got nothing. Dead Sulliak. We got Max C. Oh, hold up. We got Cloak, Banish. We don't have our normal summon. But the Greaves is going to be banishing to summon the monster from the hand. Oh, no. Rusty is here. Rusty's going to send a Boots, setting up the Shade, which could summon it itself onto the fields. We're going to banish with Boots, searching for the Wing. That's going to trigger the Torn Scale, which could discard the Wing. The Wing could then reborn a monster from the graveyard. We are going to be sending the Ragged Gloves. Wing, reborn from the graveyard, Ragged Gloves. Is this lethal with Arc Rebellion? I cannot believe this happened. What is Phantom Knight doing? This is more Phantom Knight than Tearlament. On the summon of the Break Sword, we're going to use Rusty to pop it, and it's going to activate its effect to summon 2 monsters as level 4. What the heck? Leaving the monsters up so we could have the most amount of attack to absorb from the field. Raiders Knight, rank up Exceed into Arc Rebellion, Exceed Dragon. Activate. Boost. 11,000 attack. Lethal damage. I'm not even mad. If that's how heroes are going to lose, then I'm okay with that. That's fine by me. All right. Well, damn. I mean, I've been saying he's been 2-0ing everyone in the tournament. Is he going to 2-0 in the grand finals also? He's favored to win it because he is just clapping up everyone like I've never seen before. Oh, my Jesus. Now, that is the conclusion of the top 4. Unfortunately, Blackwing made it to top 4, and then they had some sort of an emergency where they had to leave from the top 4. That sucks, but I'll see you in the grand finale. Let's go. Welcome to the grand finale of the Meta Weekly. Every single week, bro. In this grand finale, we have Swordsoul, where I'm on the Swordsoul 10E breakdown right now to show you how the deck is played. You also have the best Swordsoul decks listed here, and even a great sample deck right there. Also, on the tier list, you'll see that Swordsoul 10E is tier 3. Now, for our opponent, they are playing something weird. They are playing Phantom Knight tier. So technically, Tier's the best deck, but not with Phantom Knights. What's up with that? Well, we do have a deck list from a Mad Lad that got Master 1, James Nintendo with even a great combo guide right here. So their deck list, I'm guessing, is something similar to this. Should I give Phantom Knight Tier its own deck type page? Maybe, and not be mixing it with Tearlaments or Phantom Knights? You tell me. With that said, grand finale, Hajime. All right. We're going to start this off with Ecclesia, attributing itself to special summon a monster from the deck. We got Mo-Yi on summon, revealing a worm, or a Swordsoul to summon a level 4 tuner token. Now we're going to make a Grandmaster. Grandmaster will be Chain Link 1, Chain Link block it with the Mo-Yi to draw 1. If they had an Ash, they would not be able to Ash the Grandmaster, but Ash would have been used on Ecclesia because that would have been much better. We got Long Yon from the deck to the hand. We're going to Emergence, grab an Ashuna. And with the Ashuna, we could discard it to summon the Long Yon plus summon a token. If they had Max C, Long Yon is draw 3. It summons, then summons a token, then makes a Synchro. It's very expensive. Now we have Sinister Sovereign on the activation of a spell or trap. It will banish, or on a special summon, it will banish. Now we have Protos locking Phantom Knight Tier out of Dark Monster special summoning. That is a big deal. Even if you were to droplet negate it, you still can't special summon Dark. Is this an auto win? Probably. On top of the monster negate, the monster special summon banish and can't summon Dark, we also have imperm negate a monster. We also have negate a monster effect in the graveyard. So what do? Alrighty, ready? Set the droplet so it's not activatable now that we set it. We're going to activate Scream. It's going to get banished right away. Get out of here. So setting the droplet is really sus here. You know, I guess we're committing to, we're not really making plays this turn. And we really just lost Scream for free. Absolute free. It didn't cost pretty much anything. It just costed a hard once per turn banish, and that's it. It's activatable again. Protos is going to be negated by the Fog Blade, but the Sinister Sovereign could banish the Fog Blade, thus it will not be negated. This card is nuts. Look how much work it's putting in. We're going to chain Droplet, sending the Merly. Okay, like first you'd think like, what? This doesn't make sense. Don't you just want to negate this? Well, by sending the Fog Blade and the Merly, they can't chain a card like Blackout if they had it to then potentially dodge the negate, which it can't dodge anyway because the Protoss can't be destroyed by card effect, but we could just negate the Protoss with a Droplet and we're good. It looks like this is a good negate. We're going to be banishing the Agido, negating it. Oh, gee, let them know they're not allowed to surrender. If they do that again, they forfeit their prize support. That is not good. What the heck was that, mate? All right, so Agido banish. So it would have activated to mill, and I think he would have lost this turn anyway, but damn. Yeah, Droplet, negate the Protoss, but who cares? I mean, it gets reduced, and we still have more plays. We could Magna Hut, get another body on the field. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty much going to lose that turn anyway. Let's hop into game 2. Special summon the Boots. We're not discarding with the Torn Scales. We are going to make the Binny. Binny as a cost is going to send the Cloak. Cloak could be negated here. This might be good, but if you negate it, the Torn Scales will still summon from the graveyard. We're not negating. Torn Scale activates, special summon onto the field. Trigger the Greaves, special summon onto the field. Torn Scale, discarding Merly by cost, sending the Wing, so no activate diffuse. Shokan into Leviair. Leviair will summon a banished monster onto the field. As we reborn our Cloak, now we're going to use the Leviair and the Binny to make a Sprind. Sprind's going to send Merly, and we could negate this. Yeah, probably a good negate because that's going to be a fusion summon. That would have been a Kit Kalos. So that is the Kit Kalos negate. Boots banish, grabbing the Fog Blade, which will be a monster negate. Wing banishing to summon the Greaves from the graveyard. The Sprind cannot be used for Link summon the turn it's summoned. So we can't be doing anything with that. We got Break Sword with a Fog Blade. So this is not Disruption, but the Fog Blade is. We just have a monster negate on the field plus the Ash. Let's go. Pot of D, negate the effect, not the activation. Thus, you could not activate another Pot of D. If they had a Baron to floor negating Pot of D, they could then activate a second copy. We have that Long Yun. So you're thinking, you know, we got Fog Blade, right? We're good, right? Stop the token. Nope, you can't Ash it. You can't Ash it, but you can't Fog Blade it. You can't Valor it. You can't Imperm it. You can't Droplet it. It's going to summon that token. And you got that level 10 Synchro. But the secret effect, I mean, is it really a secret effect? If another monster is special summoned while this card is on the field, detach and exceed material to then target a monster and return to the hand. So I incorrectly spoke earlier saying that this was not Disruption. It actually is Disruption. Holy moly. On summon, detach, spin back. Let's go. That's great. Sprind is Disruption with an exceed, of course. Max C preemptively. Well, I do plan on special summoning, so I'm going to Ash negate. That tells me that we're going to be going for lethal damage. Yes? Bestial Magna Hut, banishing from the opponent's graveyard. Come forth and summon Magna Hut. Activate to search during the end phase for a dragon. We're going to use the Break Sword popping itself plus the opposing monster to then activate its second effect to summon both of our Phantom Knights as level 4s onto the field. Cloak's going to boost up the Magna Hut to 3,300 attack, making a Raiders Knight at 2,000 attack. Raiders Knight is going to rank up Exceed into a rank 5, 3,000 attack. Cloak is going to banish to grab from the deck a Boots. We have not used up our normal summon yet. The Torn Scale will be triggered to summon from the graveyard. We're now going to make a Break Sword at 2,000 attack. We have 9,700 damage on the field. It is over 9,000! Lethal!
9,000!
Game 3. Sprind Break Sword. Who I would have never thought to see a field like Sprint and Breaksword. That is wild. Let's do it. Mo, Yi, reveal, get max seed. That is the great equalizer. If you're going second, you max seed, then I guess you pretty much win the duel, right? We're still going to further summon into that max seed, giving them +2. But as I said earlier, Longyan should not be summoned under max seed because it's draw 3. Draw 3 for 1 synchro, not a good idea. We're going to draw 1 off Mo Yi, and we're going to be searching for an emergence here. Not searching for Blackout. That means he is choosing to further cook with, I would say, a Protos. If you get max seed, you Protos to counter the max seed. They could have 100 cards in their hand. If they can't stop the Protos and they can't summon dark monsters, you still auto win. Holy moly, that's the Protos. Now the Protos can't be summoned because it requires 3 different attributes from the graveyard or face up on the field. We have light, we have water. We're missing a 3rd attribute, and if we further get more attributes in the grave or field, that's going to be special summoning under max C. Are you out of your mind? Yes, he is. We're going to Pot of D, banish 10, draw 2, drawing into the Blackout that I thought he would have searched for under max C. Going to be drawing 2 with the Longyan, drawing 3 with Longyan. We got Baron to floor. And now we have the 3 different attributes that we're banishing for the Protos. If we drew into impermanence here, Baron to floor would negate. No freaking way, mate. Dark monsters could not be special summoned. That is absolutely devastating. Let's see how devastating it is. If we click onto the search and we filter by the Tearlaments deck type and we type in dark, these monsters could not be special summoned. So it's like pretty much the whole deck can't be summoned. We are so screwed. And even if you negate it afterward, you still can't special summon dark. That's how broken it is. So what are we supposed to do? Taking the Maxi Challenge turn 1. Only Protos could do that. Sending Kelback. Kelback will mill 5 with our free special summon of a level 4. Rhino Heart with the triggered Scream. We're going to be sending... I mean, we could Baguska, right? Wait, where's our Baguska? We don't have room for Baguska in Phantom Knights here. Uh-oh. Sulliek gets sending. I mean, we could do a Zeus play, right? Get Zeus in. Hovness is activating the Fuse. Come forth. Fusion Shokan into Mood Dragon. Mood Dragon's going to make it so whatever we exceed someone into, we can make it untargetable. Ending the turn. Do we just don't have a good exceed here? This is 2 level 4 dark monsters. And we have Earth. We could turn this to dark. And then we have Water. We have Shade, which could be special summoned as a dark. But we have too many... You need no traps in the graveyard to activate this, right? Yeah, you can't summon the Shade. And there's no Baguska. I mean, we can't even... We could make a Time Thief Redoer. And I guess that the problem would be the Grandmaster or the Baron de Floor would be messing up us attempting to make a Zeus anyway. Holy moly. Blackout, wiping out the Mood Dragon and the Shade during the end phase. What is... And he is locked out of dark. So the Time Thief Redoer is a dark. I guess we could have Dwelled. We could have Dwelled. But we didn't want to attempt Dweller. Oh boy. Oh boy. Protos activating, declaring dark, chaining Hovness, which is a dark. So before it's not allowed to be summoned, it's going to be summoned. We're going to be milling a Guido randomly. Scream's going to be reducing the field by 500. An additional mill into a Tearlaments monster that we can't even activate to fuse with. Protos now on the attack. 6,800 life. Smacking for 2,500 direct. We are down to 3,500 life. I don't think we could survive another turn. This is the final turn. Why does he keep surrendering to you? What the heck is going on?
Not to, and he ignored me.
Review. Maybe English is not your first language. We'll tell you on another tournament if you get this far again. But damn, there was just nothing he could do. Just Protos. Why did Protos have to do this to our grand finale? How could he do this? Wow. I guess even if he tried to attempt Zeus swing into the Protos, Zeus would only have 2 materials. It would get negated by the Grand Master. But the thing is, we have Mood Dragon. Mood Dragon could declare light, And while we're light, we could try to swing in. I mean, we know he had Blackout anyway to mess him up. But if we swing in, we try to Zeus, we activate Zeus, Baron to floor could negate. It's like super checkmate. Protoss, Blackout, Grandmaster, Baron to floor. How are we going to get that Zeus off? 98 players. Ooh, tier clappage. All right, very quickly, let's go through the top deck list of the top 16. 98 players, very good. C depressed with a Dragon Link deck. I'm going to look for anything that's non-standard to comment about it. Otherwise, we move on. I'm happy to see Labyrinth. Very good. We labyrinthed it up with the different dimension ground being searchable to basically make everything go to the graveyard that's banished. It gets banished instead. That's great. I like it a lot. We got Sphere mode and okay. Yeah. All right, let's get Sphere mode in. Very well built. We got 2 and 3 furnitures, 5 total. We now have Mugiwara with Beast King and King of the Swamp with the Poly into the Grapha, tearing it up. Now we have a 60 card Morad branded Tearlament. It is going to be separated by its own deck type on the tier list and on the deck type page. All right, looking very nice. We got the Eschatos, and let's keep on going. Parry 4 with a clean Adamantipator deck. Here's the extra deck. Let's keep on going. Millock with we have the End of Anubis being summoned. I was thinking he was going to summon a Thunder King Rayo, but he's summoning End of Anubis instead. So when the opponent summons a fiend or a dark monster while you have the Mannequin Cat, you get to summon, negate the graveyard. Graveyard's negated. And what the heck is this, mate? If you control no card, special summon this, and if your opponent's attacks a Blackwing, you could, what the, it really? Like, this is the best level 2 to play? What? Wait, you're not playing, okay, Beaver? Why not like Deep Sea Diva instead? I mean, I know this already takes up your normal summon, but hey, it worked. Very interesting. Keep on going. Cock with Labyrinth. I think more standardly built than the other one. Very good. We got the shufflers. If discarded with the furniture, can get spinning. Very nice. Very well done. And then we have I really wanted this deck, so I'm going to consume it nice and easy. So, all right, IRL screenshot in my mind. Then the other half, we have, this is it. This is Dragon Maid. Very good. Dragon Maid, Dragoonity. I'm going to be playing this off stream 100%. So thank you, Moving on, Neat Spirit with top 8 Swordsoul, 2 Royal Decree. Wow, and he did beat Labyrinth with Royal Decree. We saw it in the top cut. 60 card, wait, what the heck is going on? A random Grandma Jew? What? What is going on here? This is a weird deck. Very weird. We have Vodka for free. Standard tier 2C Mare. All right, nice, nice, nice. Keep on going. Natural with the Endymion. We got the Floodgate on top of Floodgate. Otherwise, we are great. We have pay 4,000 to draw 1. Nice. So we're not playing Into the Void. No Into the Void. Keep going. Herratic with tier. Super standard tier. We have Heroes. Black Python Hero 60 card Heroes. You are crazy. So many cards. Triple E call. Okay, we got the red reboot for the Labyrinth players. Very nice. Let's keep on going. Earl GB. Blackwing 40 card clean Bestial. Yep. Okay, got the Raider Knight into the Ark Rebellion. Lethal damage. And then second place review with Phantom Knight Tearlament. Clapping up all the tier mirror matches with this deck. So you tell me, why is this doing so well in the mirror match? The Raider Knight into Ark Rebellion is just clapping people up. Holy moly, you ended so many games with that. And then first place Dango with Swordsoul, 44 card Swordsoul. We got the reboot for the Labyrinth, evenly matched. Very nice, very well done. Good job. And this is the top cut 2 Labyrinth outperforming Sprite, 5 Tearlament, and there you go. That is the full cut. Make sure you watch the top 16 and the top 8 full videos to support those. Thank you very much. We are out.